gas. I know, what is this, a day video? Yeah, I thought you were driving nights. What the hell's going on? Yeah, I'm driving nights. It's just a temporary thing. It's gonna... Of course, that would fucking decide to turn itself off. But, this is gonna... I'm gonna be back to nights in, like, 2 days or so. It's been a week from hell on, load-wise. That's why I'm currently doing a day run. So what had happened was, it's a bit of a deja vu. This load I'm under now, I picked up a Castroville, up in California, some Ocean Mist. It's veggies. It's not as heavy as the last load. But the last load, I was 2,500 miles. I had like 6 days to get there pretty much, and I was 2 days ahead of schedule, so they pulled it off of me because I didn't want to sit around for 2 days. I should have. That's what I get for trying to, get an extra load in. So they took it off me and took it to Erie, New Mexico. And then the other driver who needed my load to get home gave me his load. Not a problem. Same weight. Instead of going right back to the area I just came from, I was going up to Modesto. Which, alright, I don't mind that part of California. It's better than southbound, or South California, where I'm heading now. But I'm only going through south. And really, I'm not really going to LA. I'm not going over the Grapevine. I'm just going over to Bakersfield and kind of dropping down onto the 10 that turns into the 40, or the 15 and the 40. Yeah, they split off. But so that load, his load he gave me was gonna be really tight. It was 20 hours. Well, like 19 hours and like 40 minutes. So I get it there, it's just gonna be tight. Gonna have no delays, nothing. Well, it's also the same time that Flagstaff had that storm coming through, the cold front coming in, and I beat most of it. Like I got ahead of it. It came in a little early, like the front of it did. So as I come out of Flagstaff, I'm sitting outside Belmont. Well, about 10 minutes away from Belmont, and I see traffic at a standstill. What had happened is trucks had decided to, like, it must have iced up or something a little bit, and because they were out there plowing, salting, like I was driving all this salt for like a couple hours. But roads were just wet. Like, it wasn't bad or anything, but the roads were just wet. So I don't know. These must have been like really light loads or something, but 3 trucks crashed into each other. Or did something. I'm assuming they crashed into each other. They were hooked up on tow trucks by the time I saw them. I saw one. It didn't look like he had any damage, though. But he was sitting like in the left lane all by himself. So something happened to all 3 trucks. Pretty sure it was a crash. Maybe somebody lost traction and took out, the truck. But anyways, so I lost 2 hours there. Normally on a normal load, it's not this type of window. I think this load got picked up late, but not a problem. So I think this is a pretty good time considering the circumstances. And I end up only being about an hour and a half behind. But according to fucking Americold in Modesto, I'm probably not gonna ever go to this place ever again. They stop receiving at 11 a.m. and they only open at 5. So they receive for 6 hours? What the fuck? I have never been to Americold that doesn't fucking receive at all hours or ship all hours. Oh, and not to mention, those docks there, they're fucking tight. Oh, and before I even got there, so this is the day before, the same day I was told they don't deliver, they stop receiving at 11 a.m. So I had gotten up about 3 hours up than I normally do. Just, because I was told to get up, tomorrow and see if you can get it in there. Because they weren't able to, they were still trying to get the appointment rescheduled. They said, just go ahead and go see if you can get it in there. So I get up, and if you're like me, once you're up, there's no going back to sleep. Like, especially if you actually got, sleep, at least 6 hours. Once you're up, up, there's no going back to sleep. You're up for the day, your usual, routine. So I got up at noon. Well, I was in the driver's seat ready to go at noon, and I look over my fucking Qualcomm, and it tells me a message pops up saying they don't deliver or they stop receiving at 11 a.m. Your appointment is tomorrow at 5 a.m. It's been rescheduled. I was like, okay, that's not too bad. So I'll stay up all night or all day and all night and go to bed after the appointment, like I normally would do. Because 5 a.m. is not too bad. Sure, it's gonna suck a little bit because that's gonna be like 20 to 21 hours. But yeah, no, I'm usually up 16 to 18 hours anyways. So yeah, whatever. So I get there. I sit around at a truck stop for the rest of that day. But I get there next morning. I head out. I get there. Come to find out, they don't start receiving at 5 a.m. either. They open at 5. Their employees come in, but they don't start checking in until about 5:45. And I guess that's a really common issue they have. Well, I wonder why. Okay, so it's my turn to check in. I've been standing outside for about 10 minutes. My turn to check in. I get up there, and I'm like, oh yeah, weather had me delayed, so they rescheduled it. And she's looking up, and she's like, you don't have an appointment. You're working. So now you're late. I was like, no, I have an appointment. It was rescheduled. And it's not my dispatch saying this. It is Tyson, the shipper. It's been rescheduled. So I'm here on time. But they're like, no, you got no appointment. Go get back in the truck and sit, and we'll call you. And we can get you in. I was like, fuck, alright. Now, see, my whole plan about going to sleep now was out the fucking window. It just got fucking balled up like a paper ball and thrown away. So, I figured, okay, dispatches. I've already got a hold of my dispatch, and I hadn't heard anything for 3 hours. I was like, alright, fine. They stopped receiving 11. It seems like either they're gonna have me take this trailer to a yard that's 20 minutes away and move on to my other load. It's already at this point a day and a half late picking up. So I decided to go get some sleep. At this point, I ain't heard nothing from anybody. I caught 3 hours of sleep. Here it is, like 11:40. They stopped receiving at 11. Here it is 11:40, and they call me saying, "Hey, come go to this door." It's like, all right. So I get there. I get through this. So granted, I've only had 3 hours of sleep in the last 24 hours, so I'm pretty drained. This guy is going really slow. Speed limit 65, and he's going like 50. But so I get in the back, and I'm like, oh fuck, I am not waking up in this bag. Well, that bag, that was a struggle. That was a struggle. There was docks on both sides, and you have to drop your trailer on docks. So there's only really about 130 feet or so of room. So I mean, okay, maybe 140. It's not much more than a tractor. So really, you have to be pretty good on your setup to not fuck yourself or make it a lot harder than it was. When you have next to nothing for sleep, it's by 14. By 14 is what I was fighting here. So I got there at 4 a.m. I got to this place at 4 a.m. I left where I was sleeping. I spent the day before, like 3:30. I was like, I didn't know they opened at 5. I didn't know that. I just said they had a 5 a.m. appointment, an hour early. Cool, I'll get there an hour early. But no. So I as soon as I turned to tell the docs, I was like, fuck me. I should have blindsided it. I would have had a lot more room if I blindsided it in, but my dumbass being tired, I was like, you know what? I'm not turn around those docks, because there was enough room for me to do a UE in the empty docks. The side I was backing on, I was backing next to the trailer. The issue was the trailer. trapped next to the trailer or anything. It was just the swing room was the issue. Trying to hug that trailer so I had more room to swing out. That's what kept getting me. I got it. It just took me like 7, a little bit of adjustments. Work as I go. Trial and error. My brain didn't want to think. I don't blame it. But, no, so I should have blindsided it because where I was backing in, there was fucking 4 docks in a row empty. So I could have just fucking pulled the trailer in there and just fucking swung it in hard. But I didn't. The reason why I didn't do that was like, okay, I'm too tired. I don't know if I really want to attempt to do a blindside when I'm definitely going to be struggling to do anything. So yeah. So I fucking put it in there. I dropped the trailer. Like I said, it took me like 7 tries. So the 7 tries wasn't to get the trailer lined up. It was to get more like getting straight, because it was one of those weird ones where you have to be perfectly lined up, right? And then like your trailer doors cover up the fucking pad, so you can't really, you have to, like most, you still have a little bit of padding left, a little like rubber mat or whatever, the foam mat, whatever the fuck's in that mat, so you can at least tell if you're lined up a little bit. But no, like there's no real like paint lines that you can really use. So I had to fucking do this based on like looking at it and eyeing it. It's like, okay, this looks good. Oh, now I'm off like 2 inches. Yeah, then I was off like 2 inches. I had to like pull up. This is part of the 7 times to get it into 7 tries. But I had to pull up a couple times, 2 or 3 times, to like kind of like wiggle it over while having like no room. I only had like 30 feet of fucking like room in front of docks. I only had like 30 feet of dock space to deal with. Because once the trailer's in there, my tractor's sitting out in the middle of the road where nobody can get in. Like if you had to get your fucking trailer, you can't. You want to be able to get it in. You want to be able to get it out. There's literally, fuck you, fucking lane departure. There's literally about like 5 to 7 feet in front of my truck to the next trailer. So like there is like no room. So yeah, we get it in there, and then they take like 2 hours to unload. Okay, fine. They're surprisingly quick. That I appreciate that. I was like, okay, but I'm not going to bed now, because now I'm not going to be able to fall asleep. My body's awake and it's ready to go, and my pre-plan that at this point is like a day and a half late picking up. Is just not 100 miles away, but it's fucking like 2 hours in California. Well, it was supposed to be 2.5 hours originally, but I didn't go the GPS route. I just didn't go with the first route, so I saved myself 40 minutes. I don't know what it was trying to do there. So so I get over there, I call the shipper to make sure if I even leave this place. It has to, this place I was at, the Miracle, does have a lot you can sleep on. It's not the biggest lot, but they do have a lot you can sleep on. So I call the shipper, I'm like, I have like no clock left, so if I go there, can I sleep? And they said, yeah. What they didn't tell me is they have a lot that's not on the same like the shipping lot that you go to sleep on. It's not on the same street. It's just you go out the back exit and you take a right and you follow the dead end down, and there's a dirt lot that's fucking massive. This dirt lot, you can probably put like 50 trucks in it. It's fucking massive. I saved that shit. Even when I'm in the area and I need to sleep, I saved that. But I didn't know that. The guy wasn't mad. I was like, because one of the employees came in, he's like, hey, you checking in? I was like, yeah, I don't have an appointment till tomorrow morning. He's like, oh, you can't sleep here. I was like, but I called. The guy said I could. He's like, oh yeah, but you can't sleep here. And I think he realized I was tired and I had like, so he once he realized that, he was like, oh yeah, you can sleep here, just not here. There's a second lot we have. See, I didn't know that. So I was like, oh, okay, where's that lot at? He should have told me that like the simplest direction. Yeah, you see that little cone there? That exit there? He's like, I was like, yeah, go up there, take a right and then take a left. I was like, what? So I was fucking done, dude. So I was ready for bed, but I didn't want to go to bed too early. At this point, it was like 7 o'clock. I didn't want to go to bed too early. When I get up too early for the day, because I need to fix my schedule. Like, and I'm gonna do that in this load, even though I'm not gonna be able to complete this load. got like currently 20 hours left on my 70, and I got to get it as far as I can go, so somebody else can pick up this load and make it on time. Me being late is nothing I've done on this last week. It's just the way things work out sometimes, and I was the only truck up in this area, I guess. So that's the reason why they didn't take this load off, just let them under, to give it to somebody who could actually, has time, get it there. Because I guess I was the only truck in the area, and I guess that's why I sat on me for 2 days. Which, all right. But this week's only looking like it's gonna be, 2,100 miles, maybe 2,200. So yeah, I mean, I'm definitely running, but if I was company, the 2,300 would fucking suck a little bit, but I'd be okay with it. Because usually, even when I was with Knight, I was making, if I did a 2,300 mile week, I was still making $1,000. Just because usually means I got detention. I got held up somewhere for hours and hours and hours and hours and hours. Oh, did I mention hours? But yeah, so I mean, I'm running about 2.5 weeks. I've done 8,000 miles. So my first 8 days was the hardest I ran so far. That was 4,200 miles. So that's just how things work sometimes. You just gotta kind of take the good miles and the bad miles at the same time. I'm not really worried about it. Even if it's a variable truck payment, so they're not gonna take a full big mile truck payment if I didn't run. If I ran 3,000 miles and that's $1,000 truck payment, with all the expenses for the truck included in that, then if I only did 1,500, it's only gonna be a third of that. So I really can't complain. That makes it a little bit easier. And I did on that load that, because I mean, that 2-day load for the Miracle, the Modesto load, that was turned into 4 days. And I didn't get detention or anything, any layover pay or anything for the first day. So the one was I sitting at the truck stop. I got detention though. Wow, this is a noisy ass bridge. That bridge was just growling. But no, I got detention about $220. Which is about a third of what I would have made normally. A third to a fourth. Because I mean, $220, that's only 200 miles. So that's not really that great. But hey, I mean, that makes up for any money I can get. It makes up for some of the shenanigans I would gladly take. But hey, it's not okay, it wasn't a load from hell, a week from hell, but it was a pretty shit load. But hey, I'll catch you guys next time. You stay safe out there, rubber down.